Okay, this is my JMT supply checklist and gear for my 225-mile through hike, starting in the Yosemite Valley and ending at Mount Whitney at Whitney Portal. And over here on this side, I have all of my food reserves and my batteries and my fuel and so forth, everything that I'm going to need for the trail portion from the Muir Trail Ranch on. So I've allotted for 11 days, which is kind of slow, really lax pace, which is what I've set for the entire trip. And it may be overdoing it, I don't know. It may move faster, may move slower, I don't know. This is my first big hike, so I'd rather be prepared and just have to deal with it. This is my bear canister. It's a Bear Vault BB500 or 450/500, whatever. It's supposed to hold, I think, 6 days worth of food. Well, that's not quite going to cut it for me. So I've crammed and condensed everything as much as I can. Try to get as much caloric intake as possible, much nutritional value as I can, and still keep it lightweight and compact, which is, you know, really difficult to do. Also financially, you know, got to keep this on a budget. So right here we've got 11 of these large ramen noodles. I've crushed them down, repackaged them out of their containers. We've got chicken, shrimp, and beef. Also, really good stuff, smoked freeze-dried ham chunks. These things are awesome. Very lightweight, very, very lightweight. Packed solid with fats and proteins. Keep you going, a little bit of sugars. Here also for the breakfast, this is going to be like my during the day snack, the ham and the craisins. You know, throughout the day, just kind of, if I need a little energy boost, munch on some of that. I've allotted 2 power bars per day. I got like 3 or 4 different kinds. Don't really care which ones. It's just sustenance. Gonna eat it. Don't care. They're not my favorite. I've got some oatmeal here. I want to make sure I've got a nice, heavy breakfast. You know, something to fuel me and get my metabolism cranked up and get me burning those calories to produce that energy, so I can start my hikes really fresh. A couple of fuel canisters, some instant potatoes to thicken up the soups, or as a second course or something as the day goes on. Powdered eggs, a lot of protein right here, man. Big energy boost for not very much weight. A little bit of caffeine gum, just kind of here and there. The one thing that I didn't bring to put out here is my freeze-dried coffee, and I'm still looking to add 24 candy bars to this overall thing here. You know, basically supplement one really sweet, just burst of energy every day. Kind of a reward maybe at the end of the day or midday. But over here we've got another 8-day supply. All of this right here is going to be sent to the Tulalame post office. So this is my first resupply. It's allotted for 8 days. In between the 8 days here and the 11 days here, I plan on possibly stopping over at I think it's called VVR, which is another resupply point, and supposedly there's tons of leftover stuff that hikers bring and they don't want to carry, or they want to change out their diet. They're sick of eating what they brought. So I'm just going to kind of fly it by the wing and see what I can get there, and if there's nothing there, then I guess I'll try and get it at the, I think there's a little store there in town. But I'm pretty sure that there'll be tons of stuff. There always is. I've been monitoring the JMT Facebook group, and from what everybody says, it's pretty much a stock food supply. This right here is everything that I'm taking for my initial start in the valley at Happy Isles Trailhead. This will cover everything that I need all the way up into Tulalame, even the extra day spent in the valley getting my pass, and the next night where I have to stay over to continue on beyond that. Now, because you do have to get a through pass, you do have to pick up a wilderness permit in order to do this trip, and that's required to be kept on you at all times. Right here, I've also got, this is my cooking utensils. Frying pan, pot, and a small cup. Over here, self-inflatable foam air pad. Just give a little bit of cushion. To supplement that, I'm taking this. I'm going to put this pad down first, and then this really cheap, like $5 pool float that I bought, kind of lightweight, air cushion, and to blow that up, because at the end of the day I know I'm going to be too tired to mess with I'll probably pass out. I mean, we're at 500 feet above sea level here in Dallas, and average base camp is going to be between 8,000 and 10,000 feet, so less oxygen, lots of hiking, you know, going to be really tired. So I'm bringing this little kid's toy type air pump just for this purpose. It's super lightweight. It's not really a burden on me, but it's going to save me a lot of time and a lot of energy at the end of the day to add to my comfort. I was trying to decide whether or not to go tarp or tent. As you can see, I've got everything laid out here on a tarp. I tried setting this thing up and just using my hiking poles as a tie down point and some tent stakes to give it some stability, and it was just far too difficult to set up in any kind of wind, and not nearly as stable as I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the same tent that I took 2 years ago when I went to the Yosemite Valley to do Half Dome, and this is like the cheapest, most crap ass tent that I could find. It's like 20 bucks, I think, and it's barely big enough to fit me, so it is going to be cramped. But the good thing is protection from the rain, protection from the wind, and protection from the mosquitoes. In addition to that, and I'm probably not going to take this, but I'm not sure. It couldn't hurt. It's a nice survival orange. In need of any type of situation where you're going to have to throw up a signal or something, this is very easily spotted from the air. Not that I'm on a remote location. This trail is hiked by hundreds of people every year, so not a real concern there, so I may not even take it. Now, emergency rain poncho. On average, the area gets about a ½ inch of rain for the entire month of August. Not a huge concern, but the worst thing you can do is be caught out in cool weather in wet clothes. Hypothermia can set in pretty quick. You don't even have to, I mean, the second you start shivering, it's too late. You're already in the onsets, and you need to go ahead and address that. The best way to do that is just stay dry in the first place. Over here, got a couple of mosquito head nets. This is a must. I've heard that they can be really ferocious in a couple of the meadows, and there's some of the streams and everything. So, gotta have that. That's gotta go. A small little bundle of wiring. You never know what you're gonna need. What's gonna snap? What's gonna break? You might just need a little bit of wire. It doesn't weigh anything. I throw it in. A couple of gloves. Like I said, I'm always looking for something cheap. Found me. I had this one with me last time when I went and did Half Dome. Came in handy on the cable section. They're kind of rough in the hands. And picked up this other one along the way. They don't even match. You know what? Protect your hands. lightweight, handy battery backup and solar chargers that I have affixed Velcro to on the back. Okay. Now I'm going to take the base, the hook portion of the Velcro, and I'm going to sew that across on the front of my pack, or across on the top of my day pack, which just attaches to the top of my actual backpack. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. That way I can be charging, have it plugged in charging, even while I'm listening to it and on the move. Don't even have to slow down. If I had a cell phone with me or something, I could also do that because it's all chargeable good. Ow, a little ant bite in there. Alright, I've got my hiking poles. Okay, now I don't use these a lot when I'm training every day, just because I find them cumbersome. They're a pain in the butt. But I'm sure that view will change as I'm trying to go up and down the portion of the trail. And extreme crossing coming in a lot. They're not real heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and take those with me also. I've got a little bit of a first aid kit here, some bandages, a little bit of antiseptic, antibiotic cream, a couple of alcohol pads. Stuff like that, just basic that you might need. I've also picked up a roll of moleskin with some adhesive. It's like a bandage. Very good for blisters and open sores and so forth, especially in areas that are going to be subjected to continual rubbing and use. Also with a benzoin tincture compound that, if applied to a smooth, clean area, along with the moleskin, will last for several days and help prevent blisters. So if you have any ideas of where you're going to get blisters or having trouble spots in your shoes, it's best to address this before you even get started. As always, cordage. Never underestimate the importance of cordage, those possibilities that you're going to need something. So I've got a couple different pieces here. Who knows what I'm going to use it for? You never can tell. Survival knife. Okay, in case I need to fillet any fish, carve, whittle anything like that. Plus, it's got a paracord handle. Say, for instance, I go off on a day hike and I come back, or I can't find my camp again for some reason. Like I'm completely inept in the woods and I don't know where the hell I am. At the very least, I've got a little bit of cordage, my knife, and a steel bar that I can use as a fire striker to get a fire going, get warm, burn wood, whatever. Prepare food. I've got my binoculars. Got to have these. Autofocus. No worries there. Bushnells. Someone actually bought these for me for my trip, so a couple years ago. So I didn't even have to pay for these. They were free. You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, right? Okay. Signal mirror. Handy, lightweight. If it comes into a situation where you need it, you just flash, and you can be spotted from a couple miles off. A little bit of chapstick. Don't want your lips cracking and drying. Just pain. Tons of batteries. The one thing that I really don't have any way to address is the fact that the camera that I'm recording this on right now uses AA battery, and there's just no way around that. And I can't afford to buy another camera or a different setup or arrange for that at this time. So just gonna have to deal with it. AA's all the way. Got a compass here in case navigations get tricky, or if I get off trail or something. I can use this in conjunction with my map or trail atlas to get my bearings and find out where I need to be headed and where I'm at. So let's see here now. What else? That's just about it. I've got my 3-stage headlamp. Hands-free and having visibility at night is a must. The last thing you want to be is caught out on the trail without any way to see in the dark. And you find anything for it. And it's a little bit dangerous. So, 3-stage multi-LED headlamp. It's going to take some spare batteries for that. I've also got a survival bracelet made out of cordage here. Probably won't take this. Got enough other cordage. my single burner stove here, good to go for the camping. That's what my fuel's for, the fuel canister. Which, by the way, I'm sending 2 ahead to the Muir Trail Ranch and 1 ahead to Tamal. And I'm saving the last one to carry with me to the onset. Simple fuel adjustment valve here. Flip out for stability for the frying pan and the pot and so forth. But yeah, definitely something that you need to have. Especially because anywhere above 10,000 feet, fires are prohibited, so you're going to need some way to cook your food. And aside from that, on a trail that's this heavily traveled, finding firewood can be difficult because all the good, collectible dead wood that's already fallen and everything has already been collected and burned by the hundreds of people who've come before you. So that's something to consider. Other than that, I decided to go with bright red long underwear for those cool evenings and nights. Got some cargo shorts, lots of pocket space, lightweight. Went ahead and I've got 3 clean changes of socks here, and these shorts that I'm wearing right now, and these are actually convertible with a little zipper here and detachable legs. Give me a little bit more warmth earlier on, and then I can strip down, layers. It's important if you get hot to start to go ahead and cool off. Don't want to be sweating too much out there. Dehydration is a problem, and since I'm having to carry all my water, the less dehydrated I become, the less I have to worry about where's my next water supply coming from, where's my next stream, and so forth. Speaking of which, that also brings my attention to one thing I did forget to mention, and that's my water filtration system. This right here, very handy. As a matter of fact, you don't want to be caught out on the trail having to drink water that might have Giardia or protozoa or amoeba or anything like that, nasty bacteria or whatever. Screw you up. You don't want diarrhea out on the trail. It's just not a fun thing. But this here water pump filters down to 0.02 microns, so any kind of bugs are going to be pulled right out through that filter process right there. And all of that goes straight into my rehydration pack, which is 100 liters, threaded down inside my pack here, and then comes out through this hose right here with this handy bite valve and magnetic snap-on right here, so I don't have to fumble with my water bottle all the time anytime I want to drink. And it helps to keep me from putting off, because I know if I've got the bottle in my bag, I have to stop and fumble around. I'm going to be less likely to drink, because it's just a hassle, even if I need to. So this will help me to stay hydrated as much as possible while I'm out there. Other than that, just my sleeping bag, which is just a 3-season mummy bag. I think in conjunction with the rest of this stuff here, I'm going to be doing as well as possible. Pretty much living like a king out there on the trail. It may be overkill. It may kill me. I don't know. I've never attempted anything this massive, and this is a lot of gear. My pack is weighing in with the MTR resupply and all of my gear. I'm looking at about 55 pounds for total pack weight. So that's a lot to undertake. But anyway, this is my resupply. Thanks for checking out my video, and there'll be more to come after the trip, I'm sure. Alright guys, thanks a lot.